Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. I got a request and a question from CryptoTami. Hey CryptoTami, what's the best way to secure your windows, security-wise? Okay. There's going to be two different ways to answer this question. One is if you are owning the home, and the other way is if you are renting. If you are renting, you're going to have to deal with a landlord if you are looking to make any kind of upgrades. You might have to get approval. You might have to do it on the sly. And you might have to do repairs to it when it's time for you to move out. You could do sash locks that lock on the top. They also make ones that lock through the top corners to lock the bottom and the top sash. Basically, you drill a hole, put in a steel sleeve with a little hook on the end of it, and there's another tool that you keep on your ledge of your window, and you pull the tube out of the hole when you want to open the window. It's very interesting. I'll have to do a video of actually how to do these. Another way to do it, which might be a really good way if you're renting, would be to use something like 3M window film, impact resistant stuff. Really interesting stuff they have. You could hit it with a baseball bat or a crowbar, and while it will crack, it will not break. Always a good security system with an impact sensor. Those work pretty good, and from what I've been able to research, you can have one per room, and it will pick up glass shattering on average like up to 30 feet. So it will do a good size room. If you have 3 or 4 windows, do one in the center of the room, and that will allow you to cover all of those windows for impacts. Now, motion sensors on the inside is a really good way to do it. I'm talking about the inside. Now let's go to the outside of the house. Can you see the window from the street? It's a good question. How well is that window lit at night? Are there any shrubs or hedges at the bottom of that window? Is this window on the first floor or the second floor? You know, it's going to be a lot easier to secure a window on the second floor. You could go with the age-old traditional broom handle propped up in a corner that does not allow anyone to raise the window. That works. A lot of the old places that I rented years and years ago had so much paint on them that the windows were effectively painted shut, and you wished someone would come through and open them up for you. Burglar bars are also an option. You have to really be careful with burglar bars because a lot of insurance companies and other groups consider windows as a form of egress in an emergency, and it can be problematic if you need to get out, say, for example, like a fire. They do make ones that lock and hinge just like doors or gates. Think of them as gates. And those work pretty good. Again, these are expensive, and are you renting it or are you buying the home? That's going to be the big thing to consider. There's a couple of other things that you could do, but one thing I would suggest is we always consider our security as layers of security. My suggestion would be, if someone has come up to your window there is a hole in your security system, in your layers of security that they have been able to navigate through. For example, do you have a fence in your front yard? Do you have pets? Do you have dogs specifically? That would be something I would look at. I would look at it as a whole system and not an individual part initially. I would look at how secure is my my home, my property, my business. Can someone come to it from the road unseen? Those kind of questions are what I would really begin with. I've done some older videos of security assessments, and it's a good idea to look at your property in the daytime and in the nighttime. See how the street light shines, where the street light shines, if it shines at all. See how the hedges make shadows from the street lights. Those are the kind of things that I would look at and then approach the home. It might be a good idea for us to just revisit everything and do a complete security checkup of our home site. That might be a good thing. But window films, you had asked also CryptoTami about screen mesh. They make a mesh screen in stainless steel that is cut proof. You cannot get into it with a razor knife. I found that very interesting. They are very expensive, but what's your security worth? You know, those are the things to consider. We'll have to really dig into this and do a lot of physical stuff on the videos for people to get a good idea, because there's all kinds of low-tech all the way up to high-tech solutions, and it just depends on what your level of comfort is. I hope this helps, doesn't confuse too many people, and take care of your people. See you guys.